The Boston Celtics coaching staff didn't just win a game. They made a statement. On Tuesday, during what was supposed to be a lighthearted preseason matchup, the Celtics coaches faced off against the assembled media. What followed was nothing short of domination. But this wasn't just basketball. This was psychological. A message delivered loud and clear before the season even begins. Before we dive deeper into what really happened on that court and why it might matter more than anyone realizes, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the hype button so you never miss the latest Boston Celtics news. Now, let's get into the game that left the entire press room speechless. Celtics writer Taylor Snow shared a clip on social media that showed the final seconds. A Celtics coach launched a deep three-pointer at the buzzer. The ball floated through the air, perfect form, clean release, straight through the net. Final score, 57-4. Yes, 57-4. A crushing, almost unbelievable blowout. According to Snow, the only reporters who managed to score were Bobby Krivitsky and Curry A. Thompson, responsible for the 2 lonely baskets of the night. But the story behind this game runs deeper than the scoreboard. Because when you look closer, the Celtics coaching staff isn't made up of your average assistants. It includes former NBA players like Phil Pressey and Deshaun Butler, men who've lived the intensity of professional basketball. On the other side, the media team was filled with writers, analysts, and broadcasters, skilled with words, not crossover dribbles. Still, the magnitude of this defeat wasn't just about athletic ability. It was about control, confidence, and perhaps a little bit of revenge. Here's where things get interesting. According to Noah Dalzell, the game was originally planned as a friendly pickup match between the reporters themselves. But then, Joe Mazzulla stepped in. Without warning, he announced that the Celtics coaches would take on the media instead. Just like that, the entire tone changed. Suddenly, this wasn't a casual run. It was a challenge. Maybe even a statement. Think about it. The same reporters who question Mazzulla's decisions, analyze every play, and dissect every post-game interview were now standing across from him on the court. And Mazzulla, known for his competitive edge and mental toughness, didn't just want to play. He wanted to dominate. And he did. 57-4 isn't a coincidence. It's a message written in jump shots and full-court pressure. Some might say it was all in good fun, just a preseason laugh. But to others, this felt like a calculated move from a coach who understands the power of narrative. By humbling the media physically, Mazzulla may have reshaped the psychological balance between team and press. Maybe he wanted to remind everyone who controls the tempo, on and off the court. Or maybe it was simply his way of saying, you can talk all you want, but when it comes to competition, we don't play games. And that's the real story here. The Celtics coaches didn't just win. They silenced critics without saying a word. A symbolic victory before the season's first tip-off. Now the question is, will this confidence carry over into the regular season? Or will this fiery message to the media come back to haunt them when the pressure rises? Something new is brewing in Boston, and it could change the entire rhythm of the Celtics' offense this season. 2 guards, 1 vision, and a chemistry that might redefine how this team attacks. Payton, Pritchard, and Anfernee Simons. Together, they could become the perfect backcourt engine that turns Joe Mazzulla's offense from efficient to unstoppable. But the question is, how far can this duo really go? Before we get into the details and the signs that are already turning heads inside the Celtics organization, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the hype button so you don't miss any of the latest Boston Celtics news. During the preseason matchup against the Toronto Raptors, the first hints of something special appeared. Pritchard and Simons shared the floor at the top of the key, trading reads, angles, and quick decisions that forced the Raptors' defense to bend. Neemias set the screens, both guards shifted their positions, and the defense had no idea where to look. The shots didn't all fall early, but the intention was clear. 2 high IQ shooters creating space for each other and forcing defenses into impossible choices. It's still early, but this partnership has the markings of something Mazzulla will want to lean on heavily during the regular season. Simons himself said it best. Payton can get downhill, create his own shot, and so you got to give him the space that he needs. It puts the defense in a bind. And he's right. When one attacks, the other drifts into open space. When the defense collapses, it's too late. That balance is exactly what Boston has been missing when its stars sit. Pritchard knows it will take time to perfect. You're just learning where people like it. How can we help each other? He explained after practice. That awareness, that willingness to adapt, is what makes this duo dangerous. Both can handle the ball, both can shoot from distance, and both can finish through contact. They are two guards with complementary instincts, and in a system that values pace, spacing, and quick decisions, that might be exactly what Boston needs. Think back to last season, when Pritchard shared the floor with Derek White. They were effective, but they often played off-ball, secondary to Jayson, Tatum, and Jaylen Brown. Now, Pritchard steps into a larger role, and Simons brings with him the experience of playing next to Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum in Portland. He knows how to operate alongside another guard, how to create room, and how to punish defenses that hesitate for even a second. It's not just about shooting. It's about timing, rhythm, and pressure. Simons attacks with explosiveness, rising at the rim with force. Pritchard attacks with control, using his strength and precision to create small openings and turn them into layups. Together, they stretch the floor, open lanes, and give Mazzulla a two-headed offensive weapon that can't be ignored. But none of it works without the big men setting the tone. Xavier Tillman explained it clearly. I gotta understand what kind of guy is guarding me. If it's a switcher, I set the proper screen to get them open. If it's a slower big, I set a solid one and let them go to work. Those details matter. The chemistry between guards and bigs is what turns a good offense into a great one. Pritchard and Simons relieve pressure. They break full-court presses, they keep the ball moving, and they make the Celtics unpredictable. That's why Mazzulla called them pressure relievers. Because in moments when the game slows down, when the crowd tightens and possessions matter most, they can steady the offense. They've known each other for years, too. He was drafted by Portland when I was still in college, Pritchard said. We used to play open gyms together back home. That history matters. It builds trust. It builds instinct. And right now, that's exactly what the Celtics are building in these early games. Reports from inside the team say that even in scrimmages, they've been going at each other with intensity, pushing each other to get better. That competition is becoming connection. Whether they start or come off the bench, they'll share the floor often because Boston's offense demands it. And if their chemistry continues to grow, they could become the most reliable secondary scoring duo the Celtics have had in years. It's only the beginning, but the signs are promising. Every possession, every cut, every pass between them looks more synchronized. You can feel it. Something's building in Boston's backcourt. So the real question now is this. Could Payton, Pritchard, and Anfernee Simons quietly become the perfect duo that transforms the Celtics offense and tips the balance of the Eastern Conference? If you believe they can, show some hype. Like this video, subscribe, and click the hype button for more Boston Celtics news. Joe Mazzulla has never been one to hide how he feels. And this time he made it clear. The Boston Celtics head coach doesn't just dislike preseason basketball. He despises it. With only 1 week remaining before the start of the regular season, the Celtics have nearly wrapped up their short preseason run, and Mazzulla sounds more than ready to move on.
I'd rather have no preseason games and practice every day. Yeah, I hate preseason games. We should just have practice for a month straight. Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, at the end of the day, it's a preseason game. To me, you come in here and practice and you work, you know. So the idea is to try to make the preseason game as close to practice as you can, because you're always going through things, you know, who's on a minutes restriction, who may be sitting out, trying to save yourselves for the regular season, you know, all those things, which are important. But yeah, we just have like 30 practices before the game.
Before we unpack his strong words and what they reveal about Boston's mindset heading into the real games, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the hype button so you don't miss any of the latest Boston Celtics news. Now here's what happened. Boston has already played 3 of its 4 preseason games, winning 2 and narrowly losing the other by just 2 points. They close it out this Wednesday, October 16th, at TD Garden against the Toronto Raptors. After that, they get a full week of rest before opening the regular season on October 22nd against the Philadelphia 76ers. But for Mazzulla, that final preseason game can't come soon enough. During his press conference on Tuesday, he didn't hold back. I'd rather have no preseason games and practice every day. I hate preseason games. We should just have practice for a month straight. That was the Celtics coach, blunt and unapologetic. He went on to explain that for him, the entire point of these exhibition matchups feels misplaced. At the end of the day, it's a preseason game. To me, you come in here and practice, and you work. The idea is to make the preseason game as close to practice as you can. Mazzulla's frustration isn't without reason. Preseason games limit minutes, force coaches to rest players, and disrupt the rhythm of training camp. He argues that more practice, not exhibition basketball, is the key to real preparation. In his mind, 30 solid practices would do far more for team chemistry and execution than 4 half-speed scrimmages where stars play 10 or 15 minutes. And honestly, he has a point. For a team chasing another championship run, Mazzulla doesn't want distractions. He wants discipline, intensity, and continuity. Practice is where identity is built, and for him, that's where the Celtics grow stronger. Every drill, every repetition, every correction builds the habits that decide games in May and June. Preseason games, he believes, only interrupt that process. Yet, even with all his criticism, there's an interesting contradiction. Those same preseason games provide a stage for young players to prove themselves, for rotations to take shape, and for fans to get their first taste of what's coming. It's a balancing act between preparation and performance, and Mazzulla seems to value one far more than the other. So what does this reveal about the man leading Boston's locker room? It's not just about disliking preseason. It's about control, structure, and efficiency. Mazzulla doesn't want noise. He wants progress. And as the Celtics get ready to face Philadelphia in less than a week, his message is clear. The time for experiments is over. Now it's about execution. But the real question that lingers after his comments is this. With such intense focus on preparation and repetition, could Mazzulla's philosophy make Boston sharper than ever, or could it risk leaving them flat once the lights go on and the games start to count?